Sure. Hi, I'm Brad Miles. I'm the program coordinator for the Bachelor Sport Coaching degree at the University of Canterbury. In this video, I'd like to share with you a little bit about the program and our approach to studying sport.
Sport plays a pretty important role in modern society. To start with, lots of people seem to enjoy it, either participating themselves or watching others play. Each week, over 70% of New Zealand adults participate in sport or active recreation in one form or another, and the numbers are even higher for young people, with more than 90% of New Zealand children participating in any given week. People also like watching sport. About 70% actively identify as sports fans. Think about the size of some of the broadcast and revenue deals you hear about at the top end of sports. That's motivated by large audiences and widespread interest. Or think about how much news and media coverage sport gets. Underneath that high-level professional sport, people also like watching sports in the community, watching family or friends or the local club or school team. The third thing about sport is the revenue involved. In New Zealand, sport and recreation account for about 2 to 3% of GDP. That puts it on footing with something like the dairy industry in New Zealand. So sport plays a significant role in the economy. Sport is also good for us. We know that being active is good for our physical health, but it's also good for our mental health and general well-being. So sport becomes a great way to help develop health and well-being in individuals and the community. Sport also plays a role in individual and community development. Think about your own involvement in sport and how it's impacted on your own life. Or think about the network of people that come together to make a sports event run, the logistics involved and the networks of connections that are made. Sport is often at the heart of many communities. In short, sport is a big deal. It plays a big role in the economy, in the community, and in individual lives.
It's this that underpins our approach at UC. Much of what we do is designed around equipping students with the skills to go out, forge a career, and make a difference.
So our primary sport qualification is the Bachelor of Sport Coaching. This is a standard undergraduate degree comparable to something like a Bachelor of Science or a Bachelor of Commerce, with a main set of courses and focus all built around sport. It can be studied either full-time or part-time. Full-time study would be 3 years to complete the degree, and part-time up to 6 years. Most people study full-time, but the part-time option is great for people who want to study, but for whatever reason can't commit to full-time study. So work or family or sport commitments might be an example here. We have a number of students who have significant sporting careers, and so the part-time option works great for them. In the same way, most of the courses can be taken either as traditional on-campus courses or via flexible online study options. For example, we have students completing the degree from Australia via online distance study. Again, this works great for people that can't commit to regular on-campus study based in Christchurch. The degree itself is built around 4 central themes, or what we call the pillars of the degree: science and performance, coaching and learning, society and culture, leadership and management. We think it's important that all our students learn about these central themes, and they are weaved throughout the entire degree. So while the degree is called sport coaching, every student in the Bachelor of Sport Coaching gets a good foundation in each of these central themes or pillars. This broad foundation is achieved through a set of 9 compulsory courses that every student in the degree completes. Through these courses, every student develops a foundation of key skills and knowledge. On top of that broad foundation, students then choose a specialist area to focus on. This is what is called a major. The Bachelor of Sport Coaching offers 5 different majors: performance analysis, physical education, sports science, sports leadership and management, strength and conditioning with nutrition. Each of these specialist majors has its own set of specific courses that students complete that helps equip them with the skills and knowledge of that particular area. Following that, the degree structure then has a little wiggle room for students to really tailor their degree as they see fit. So students could take courses in biology or economics or law or computer science, pretty much any course that you meet the entry requirements for at the University of Canterbury. Or the other option, instead of taking a diverse bunch of courses, you could opt for a second area of specialisation, either in the form of a second major or in the form of a smaller specialisation known as a minor. The Bachelor of Sport Coaching offers 5 specialist minors: adventure sport and environment, nutrition, performance analysis, sports science, strength and conditioning. Alternatively, students in the Bachelor of Sport Coaching can minor in subjects from arts, commerce and science. For example, you could major in sports science and minor in psychology or marketing or linguistics, to name just a few. This way, a second, smaller area of specialisation can be included in the overall sport coaching degree. This is often an attractive option to have for future employment, and for those really keen, a double degree is an option. So you could graduate with a double degree, Bachelor of Sport Coaching and Bachelor of Law or Bachelor of Science, for example. On top of the specialist knowledge and skills, the Bachelor of Sport Coaching also equips students with the more broad-based, flexible and transferable skills, the kind of attributes that are often useful in sport, but also in most careers beyond sport. Things like leadership, teamwork, communication, organisation and management skills, problem solving, and critical thinking. One way in which we try to achieve these outcomes is through an emphasis on applied practical learning. So the degree has a big emphasis on developing practical skills and learning by doing. I'd say that for nearly every session that has a more traditional classroom-based approach, there is an equivalent session where students are learning to apply that knowledge in a practical sense, either in our purpose-built sport and exercise science teaching labs, or in a workshop, or working with athletes and sports organisations in the community. This approach is built into many individual courses, but is really embodied in the practicum courses, which see students working with schools, clubs and sports organisations to gain hands-on experience. This reaches its peak in the sport coaching internship, a course that students complete in their final year of study, which involves a work-based internship with a professional sports organisation. This is a great opportunity to bridge the gap between study and career and give students the next step into a working environment. The practical and flexible nature of the degree is something that our students really value. It means they can tailor their study to their own interests and aspirations and develop the skills and connections that will serve them well beyond their time at university. With a combination of specialist and broad, flexible skills gained through the Bachelor of Sport Coaching, graduates have gone on to enjoy varied careers in sport and beyond. These range from specialist positions with professional sports teams, to community sports organisations, to business management, to teaching, and lots more. For students interested in furthering their education, the degree offers excellent preparation for postgraduate study, such as the Masters of Sports Science at the University of Canterbury, or for people keen on becoming a teacher, the Bachelor of Sport Coaching provides a pathway into a 1-year graduate diploma in teaching and learning, with a focus on either primary or secondary teaching. In short, sport is a pretty big deal in the lives of many people. If you are passionate about sport, why not seek out a career in sport? The Bachelor of Sport Coaching gives students the skills to develop a career and make a contribution both in sport and beyond.